Every day, customers reach out for help. Most companies see support as a cost, focused on speed and efficiency. But what if these moments are your greatest opportunity? Each interaction is a chance to build trust and loyalty, more powerful than any ad campaign. When customers feel heard and valued, they become loyal advocates. That's the hidden opportunity in customer support. Traditional support is transactional. Solve the problem, close the ticket, move on. But this focus on speed and volume leaves customer loyalty flat and experiences unmemorable. Design thinking shifts support from ticket closing to brand building. It's about blending efficiency with empathy, creating moments of connection, not just solutions. The goal? Leave customers feeling better about your brand than before. Let me tell you a story. A SaaS client support team was fast and efficient, hitting every target, solving issues quickly. But customers left feeling nothing. Service was forgettable, no connection, no loyalty. That's where our journey with them began. The SaaS client was stuck on the plateau of good enough, a place where support is efficient but not inspiring. Metrics were met, but customers felt only fine, and agents felt like cogs in a machine. Morale was low and real connection was lost. The company knew they needed a new way forward. So, what is the true cost of an indifferent customer experience? It's not always immediately obvious on a balance sheet, you know? Indifferent customers don't always complain. They don't fill out angry surveys or post negative reviews. They just quietly fade away. They don't renew their subscriptions. They slowly decrease their usage. And when a better or cheaper alternative comes along, they switch without a second thought. There is no loyalty to keep them because no emotional bond was ever formed. The relationship was purely transactional, and when the transaction no longer makes sense, the relationship ends. This silent churn is honestly one of the most insidious threats to a business. Our SaaS client was experiencing this firsthand. Their customer churn rate was higher than the industry average, but they couldn't pinpoint a single major cause. There was no widespread product failure or catastrophic service event. The problem was an accumulation of 1,000 small, forgettable moments. Each neutral interaction was a missed opportunity to build a stronger connection. Each time a customer left feeling neither happy nor upset, the foundation of their loyalty weakened just a little bit more. Over time, this erosion of connection made them vulnerable. They were losing customers not to anger, but to apathy. Furthermore, indifferent customers are not advocates. They don't recommend your product to their colleagues. They don't share positive stories on social media. They don't defend your brand when others criticize it. They are a silent majority that contributes nothing to your growth. In today's hyper-connected world, word of mouth is one of the most powerful marketing engines. A brand's best marketers are its happy customers. By delivering a purely functional service, the company was neutralizing its own potential army of advocates. They were leaving a massive amount of growth on the table, simply because they weren't giving customers a reason to care. This is the fundamental need for change, the realization that not bad is not good enough. The understanding that in a competitive market, the experience you provide is as important as the product you sell. The client came to understand that their flat NPS and steady churn were symptoms of a deeper issue. Their support team was built to be a fire department, to put out fires as they appeared. But what they needed was a team of architects, capable of designing experiences that build something lasting: trust, loyalty, and genuine human connection. They needed to stop managing transactions and start designing memories. Welcome to Module 1 of our Design Thinking for Support framework. This is the foundation, seeing the world through our customers' eyes. Empathy is understanding and sharing another's feelings, bridging technical answers with human solutions. Recognizing emotions transforms routine interactions into meaningful ones. This is the power of starting with empathy. It sets the stage for a more human experience. Empathy mapping is a practical tool that helps us see through the customer's eyes. By exploring what customers say, think, do, and feel, we uncover the real emotional context behind their requests. It's not just about solving technical issues, it's about understanding the person behind the problem and building stronger connections every day. Once we have developed a deep, empathetic understanding of our customers, The next step is to place that understanding into a broader context. A single support call is never an isolated event. It is one touchpoint in a much larger customer journey. Our second key tool, customer journey mapping, helps teams visualize this entire life cycle. We work with them to map out every stage of the customer's relationship with the company, from their initial awareness and consideration, through purchase and onboarding, all the way to long-term usage, renewal, and advocacy. This process, honestly, reveals the bigger picture and helps the support team see where they fit in. For our SaaS client in the education space, we mapped the journey of a new school district using their platform. We identified key phases like implementation, first semester reporting, and annual contract renewal. For each phase, we pinpointed the customer's goals, their likely actions, and their potential pain points. For example, during the first semester reporting phase, a major pain point was the stress of generating complex compliance reports for the first time. This is a moment that matters, a high-stakes, high-emotion point in their journey where a positive or negative experience could have a disproportionate impact on their overall perception of the brand. By identifying these critical moments, the support team can move from being reactive to being proactive. They now understand that a call about report generation in November is not just another ticket. It's a predictable and pivotal point in the customer's journey. This insight allows them to prepare differently. They can create specialized resources, provide extra reassurance, and train agents to handle these specific interactions with a higher degree of care and expertise. It allows them to align their support responses with the moments that have the greatest influence on customer loyalty and success, ensuring their efforts are focused where they will make the most difference. This process fundamentally changes the role of the support team. They are no longer just waiting for problems to arise. They become strategic partners in the customer's success. They can share insights from their journey maps with other departments, like product development or marketing, to help improve the overall customer experience. For instance, if many customers struggle during the reporting phase, perhaps the product team needs to simplify that feature. Customer journey mapping elevates the support team's perspective, empowering them to contribute to the company's long-term strategy by being the true voice of the customer. Empathy mapping and customer journey. Mapping shift agents from a narrow, ticket-level view to a broad, relationship-level perspective. Agents see people, not just problems, and adapt their communication to meet emotional needs. This adaptability makes interactions personal and human, showing customers they're more than just a number. True transformation begins with understanding. Welcome to Module 2, the art of the reframe. In the last module, we learned to see customers as people, not just cases. Now we move from understanding to action, transforming routine conversations into memorable, emotionally resonant interactions. Reframing means seeing problems as opportunities to build trust and strengthen relationships. The goal isn't just to close tickets, but to ensure customers leave feeling better than when they arrived. Knowledge becomes a skill only through practice. That's why our interactive scenario labs are the heart of Module 2. Here, agents tackle realistic customer scenarios together, building muscle memory for empathy and reframing. We use real client challenges, like a furious principal before a board meeting, to practice calm, collaborative responses. After each scenario, agents share feedback, learning from each other and building confidence for real-world calls. After reframing a problem and calming the customer, the next step is delivering the solution. Instead of just listing steps, we teach storytelling for service, turning solutions into simple, memorable stories. For example, explaining a software issue as asking for a student in 2 classrooms at once makes the fix clear and relatable. This empowers customers, boosts confidence, and transforms agents into trusted guides. A great story is shareable, turning support into word-of-mouth marketing for your brand. The agent's role is shifting, from simply answering questions to actively adding value in every interaction. This means making customers feel heard, teaching them new features, and anticipating their needs. Agents become trusted advisors, creating delight and loyalty, and transforming support into an experience engine. Welcome to Module 3, the most crucial phase of our design thinking for support trademark framework. Now, we focus on making transformation sustainable. This module is about building systems that empower agents and elevate support permanently. We'll introduce tools like real-time sentiment dashboards, CX impact scorecards, and agent recognition systems. These tools create a lasting cultural transformation. Let's dive in. Our real-time sentiment coaching dashboards give agents a new superpower, seeing emotion as it happens. The dashboard tracks customer emotions live, helping agents confirm their instincts and adjust in real time. Subtle alerts prompt agents to check in emotionally, preventing escalation. Team leaders use these dashboards for coaching, offering immediate feedback and support. By making emotion visible, we empower agents to become more confident, empathetic communicators. For decades, support agent performance has been measured almost exclusively on efficiency. How fast did you resolve the issue? How many tickets did you close? While these metrics are not irrelevant, they tell a dangerously incomplete story. To truly elevate the support function, we must redefine what success looks like. This is the purpose of our second tool, the CX Impact Scorecard. This is a new type of performance dashboard that creates a more balanced and holistic view of an agent's contribution. It combines traditional efficiency metrics with new, equally important measures of customer experience quality. The CX Impact Scorecard is built around a simple philosophy: what gets measured gets done. On one side of the scorecard, we still track essential metrics like first contact resolution and ticket volume, because efficiency does matter. However, on the other side, we introduce new key performance indicators, or KPIs, that directly reflect the principles of our design thinking framework. These new metrics might include sentiment shift, measuring an agent's ability to turn a negative interaction positive, or advocacy moments, which tracks instances where a customer explicitly expresses gratitude or delight that goes beyond a simple thank you. This new scorecard fundamentally changes the conversation during performance reviews. Instead of a manager asking, "Why was your average handle time high on this call?" the conversation becomes, "I see you had a long call, but the customer sentiment score went from highly negative to positive. You created a real wow moment there. Tell me how you did it." This shift is profound. It tells agents that the organization values the quality of their human connection just as much as the speed of their technical solution. It gives them permission to take the extra time needed to build rapport and truly solve the underlying emotional need. By implementing the CX Impact Scorecard, we align the company's measurement system with its strategic goals. If the goal is to create brand advocates, then we must measure the behaviors that lead to advocacy. This new scorecard provides a clear and consistent message to every agent about what is truly important. It moves them away from a purely transactional mindset and encourages them to think like experienced designers. It empowers them to make decisions based not just on speed, but on impact, ensuring that every interaction is evaluated through the lens of building a stronger, more resilient customer relationship. The final piece of the puzzle is to ensure that we celebrate the behaviors we want to see repeated. A new scorecard is important, but public recognition and rewards are what truly shape a team's culture. That is why we work with our clients to build a new agent recognition system, one that is explicitly designed to reward memory making over speed alone. This system moves beyond simple Agent of the Month awards based on volume and creates new categories that celebrate the nuances of exceptional service. It's about creating heroes who exemplify the new mindset, inspiring others to follow their lead. We help clients establish specific, meaningful awards that are directly tied to the new CX Impact Scorecard. Imagine an award called the Advocate Creator, given to the agent who generated the most unsolicited positive customer comments that month, or the Empathy Expert Award for the agent with the highest average positive sentiment shift. These awards are celebrated publicly in team meetings, on internal communication channels, and with tangible rewards. When the team sees their peers being praised for de-escalating a tough call with patience, not for closing the most tickets, the cultural message is powerfully reinforced. This new recognition system also has a dramatic effect on agent morale and retention, a key pain point for our SaaS client. When agents feel that their most human skills, their empathy, their creativity, their ability to connect, are seen, valued, and celebrated, their job satisfaction skyrockets. They no longer feel like interchangeable cogs in a machine. They feel like valued artisans of the customer experience. This sense of purpose and mastery is a powerful antidote to the burnout that is so common in traditional high-volume support centers. It gives them a reason to stay and grow with the company. Ultimately, this system completes the feedback loop. We train agents on a new mindset, give them the tools to see their impact in real time and on scorecards, and then we publicly celebrate their success. This creates a virtuous cycle where agents are motivated to deliver exceptional, empathetic service because they know it will be measured, recognized, and rewarded. By elevating the definition of success and celebrating the people who achieve it, we empower the entire team to reach a new level of performance, transforming the support center from a functional necessity into a source of organizational pride and a true engine of brand loyalty. What happens when a support team stops closing tickets and starts designing experiences? For our SaaS client, the shift was measurable. CSAT climbed 19%, and customers described empathy and care, not just solutions. Net Promoter Score jumped 22 points, fueled by customers who felt truly heard. Brand promoters rose 31%, and agent turnover dropped by 27%. Investing in human experience pays off, inside and out. The real story of transformation lives in the voices of those who experienced it. Customers wrote in, praising agents who turned frustration into relief and loyalty. One said, "Sarah didn't just fix my issue, she listened and taught me a better way." Agents found new pride, shifting from quick calls to making someone's day better. That's the power of true connection, earned, one conversation at a time. Why is design thinking so effective? Because we don't teach scripts. We cultivate a new mindset. Scripts are brittle and fail when things get unpredictable. Human interactions are unique and emotional. We empower agents to empathize, reframe, and respond, adapting to any situation. This mindset shift unlocks genuine connections and turns every interaction into a brand-defining moment. We challenge the old belief that customer support is just a cost center. Our SaaS clients team was operationally strong but emotionally distant, leading to flat NPS scores. Through empathy, reframing, and new systems, we helped them transform support into a driver of growth and advocacy. The evidence is clear. When you intentionally design for a better human experience, the results follow. We saw our clients' CSAT scores climb, their NPS jump, and their agent turnover plummet. But beyond the numbers, we saw a deeper transformation take place. We saw a team rediscover its purpose. We saw customers become vocal advocates. This is the power of seeing support not as a series of transactions to be managed, but as a series of relationships to be built. Your support team is already talking to your customers every single day. The only question is what you are empowering them to create in those conversations, indifference or advocacy. If you want to begin this transformation in your own organization, you don't need to wait for a large-scale program. You can start with the best practices we embed with every client. Start by redefining your success metrics to include emotional impact. Introduce empathy exercises into your team meetings. Create a space like a call lab where agents can listen to each other's calls and provide peer-to-peer feedback on what a great human-centered interaction sounds like. Pair your team's innate human connection with smart technology that gives them insight into customer sentiment. These small steps can begin to shift the mindset today. The bottom line is this: in a world where products and services can be easily replicated, the one true differentiator you have is the quality of your human connection. The experience your customers have with your people will ultimately define your brand. Design thinking provides the bridge between the functional service that everyone expects and the memorable experience that builds unbreakable loyalty. It is not a script. It is not a tactic. It is a fundamental shift in perspective. It is a commitment to putting empathy at the very center of your business, especially in the moments your customers need you most. At JC Freeman Corporate Coaching and Consulting, we exist to help you build that bridge. The future of customer support is not about better bots or faster systems. It is about more empathetic, more creative, and more empowered human beings. It is about designing a support model that not only solves problems, but consistently creates advocates. Your next customer conversation is an opportunity. It can be just another closed ticket, or it can be a brand-defining moment. The choice is yours to design. Let's start designing a more human future together.